You don't need another habit tracker. You don't need a new routine. And you definitely don't need to try harder. What you actually need is an identity update. And it doesn't start with a vision board or some dramatic flip your life upside down moment. It starts with 3 tiny daily moves. Moves that quietly change who you see yourself as. The version of you that you want to become. And here's what most people don't realize. We think change comes from doing more, hustling harder, or finding the right strategy. But real change only sticks when it's coming from an identity that actually supports it. So if you're not where you want to be yet, it's not because you're lazy or inconsistent. It's because you've been trying to create a new life from an old identity. What's up, I'm Keisha B, your resident mediocrity escapologist, and I help women stop living by everyone else's expectations and start designing a life they're actually excited to live. And today, let's talk about how real change actually works. Not the shiny aesthetic version, but the kind that fits your actual life. Here's what I see over and over again. Most women I talk to don't need more motivation, inspiration, or another thing to add to their to-do list. They're already doing a lot, like a lot. The problem isn't effort. It's that all that effort is happening within an identity mismatch. So it feels upending like you're pushing, forcing, white-knuckling your way through change instead of actually becoming someone new. You're trying to create a new life, dragging around an old self-image that was built to survive, keep the peace, and hold everything together. That's why the usual advice, more discipline, better routines, and a level of perfection no real human has, doesn't stick. Which is why I'm going to walk you through 3 daily moves I personally use, teach, and experiment with. Moves that don't require more time, more willpower, or some massive personality overhaul. Just intention and consistency without pressure. So let's get into it. The first one is the foundation, the 10-second check-in. And if you only did one thing from this video, make it this one. Before your phone, before the news, before you mentally take in everyone else's expectations, pause 10 seconds and ask yourself, who am I becoming today? Not what's on your to-do list, not what you should do, who you're practicing being. Because you're already practicing an identity every day. This just let you choose it on purpose. Here's why this matters. Your brain learns through repetition, especially first thing in the morning. It believes what you repeatedly show it. So instead of waking up and immediately stepping into the identity of the exhausted superwoman, the responsible one, or the one who holds it all together, you introduce a new identity on purpose. Picture future you doing something you want to make your new normal. Handling something calmly you used to spiral over. Speaking up without over-explaining. Taking care of your body without negotiating yourself. Feel the energy, the ease. 10 seconds. That's it. You're teaching your nervous system what normal looks like now. And yes, it may feel fake at first, but it's a sign you're stretching past your old autopilot mode. And know this, you're not faking it till you make it. You're feeling it till it's familiar. And that mental shift matters because it can't live in your head alone. At some point, identity needs proof, which brings us to the second daily move. This is where identity stops being theoretical. Every single day, ask, what's one thing my future self would quietly thank me for? Some days it's bold, sending the email, getting in a really good workout, starting the thing. Other days it's small, saying no, resting without guilt, not explaining yourself. Here's the key idea most people miss. Identity is built on evidence. Your brain watches what you do and goes, oh, I guess this is who we are now. One aligned action a day rewrites the story in real time. Not because it's impressive, but because it's consistent. You're not proving anything to the world. You're collecting data for yourself. But you can't stop here. You have to also make it count, which brings us to the third and final daily move. At night, most of us do one of 3 things. Mentally list everything we didn't finish, punish ourselves for things that went wrong, or fall asleep scrolling and forget the day entirely. All train your brain to miss progress and focus on the negative. Instead, before bed, grab a notebook and finish this sentence 3 times. Today, I was the kind of woman who kept a promise to herself, paused instead of reacting, chose rest without earning it, closed her laptop without replaying everything she didn't get done, acknowledged what she did do instead of replaying what she didn't. Read it back. Even better, say it out loud. Your brain remembers what you name. And when you name alignment, you get more of it. Within weeks, maybe even days, you'll notice something subtle but powerful. You stop measuring your worth by productivity and start measuring it by self-trust. That's when things stick. This isn't a system, it's a practice. And when you zoom out, really what all three of these moves are doing, they're helping you practice a new identity, one small doable moment at a time. Sis, you don't need a reinvention arc. You don't need a personality overhaul. And you definitely don't need to pressure yourself into becoming someone you're not. What you actually need is a practice, a way to show up every day that slowly teaches your brain and your nervous system, this is who we are now. These 3 daily moves aren't about changing your life overnight. They're about changing your relationship with yourself. Because when you trust yourself more, when you see yourself following through in small, quiet ways, confidence stops being something you chase. It becomes something you embody. And that's how real change happens. Not in big dramatic moments, but in the ordinary ways you start showing up differently. That's how you stop surviving your life and start designing it. And if this video gave you even one small, ooh yeah, that makes sense moment, I'd love to know, which of the 3 daily moves do you feel drawn to right now? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want help turning this into something you can actually practice, not just think about, I created some fabulous free resources and a supportive community inside the Escapers Lab, where we can test, tweak, and transform this together in real life. No pressure, no perfection, just progress. I'd love for you to join me. Links in the description below. Now, my fellow escaper, go be your own kind of different. Ta-da!